You want me to repeat the stuff from summer camps?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I liked all of the themes almost entirely. Like we had a lot of bones and like fossilization lessons, and we also had lessons on the indigenous cultures. We got to build lean-tos and other shelters. We got to braid the palm fronds together to make string. Learned about old farming techniques and old like pelt processing. But I remember our shelters that we built. It was the A-frame tent, so the 2 frame sticks and then down, with all of the other sticks and palm fronds and leaves and stuff thrown over top of it. It was right before they were doing a prescribed burn, and all of our shelters would not topple. They could not burn underneath it. The firefighters had to go through and kick it over because they were not able to finish the prescribed burn with how successful our shelters had been. Like that indigenous lesson was fantastic. And then following, we did a lesson about fossils and geology, where we had this like a bunch of rectangular, I think they were cardboard because they were very light, but they had paintings. You had done paintings on them. One of like broken shells that had been used as old time tools, like as knives and as just other shelves, like as money and jewelry. And then above that was like stone tools and arrowheads, and then like porcelain and clay, and then glass, and then it was just refuse from normal stuff like our generation's litter, like Nokia. That was I remember a Nokia was in there back when that was a thing. But like learning about the different like layers that are in the soil, both the richness of the soil from all of the nutrients that are down there from how long ago it's been protected, all the way up to what's modern, and like being able to tell timeline wise how deep something is, basing on how deep you find it in the ground or how many layers of different kinds of soil help you determine the age of different tools, is just a fantastic lesson that I've always found incredibly interesting. Yeah, learning about all of the things within our indigenous history, meeting the snakes and box turtles at the research area, and like just learning about the indigenous cultures before us, the colonial cultures before us with the old schoolhouse and old house building. It's just been a lot of learning that I've definitely kept to heart and shared with kids as I've met them. Like with younger kids, when they ask me about certain stuff, I'm like, oh, well, I learned about that when I was super little. Here's what I know. Here's what I remember. Here's what I can tell you to teach you, so you can teach your parents and you can teach your friends, and you can keep that information and that experience it yourself for the first time in the future.
Thank you.
Of course.